Parents of Aquarian placements, this is your tarot treat for the week of the 8th through the 14th. I'm wearing this because metaphorically we are all graduating through life especially with the energies of this Mercury retrograde and the solar eclipse or the eclipse corridor that we've completed, but that we're still feeling the energies of probably for the next couple of weeks or so, and maybe through the end of the month, honestly. I want to share with you that if you're still interested in taking advantage of my Mercury retrograde special, that information will be in the description below. And finally, when you are looking and reading or listening to these readings, be sure not to pay so much attention to your sun sign versus your child's sun sign. Look at your moon in comparison to your child's sun sign, or look at things from different aspects, because if the message is not resonating for you there, so if you don't like the message, it's either because that particular message is not for you. And if you are looking for a message that aligns, then perhaps consider looking at different aspects of your chart to get the message that better aligns with your situation. So either look at your moon sign to your child's sun. If you're reading for yourself, if your sun sign doesn't resonate, pay attention to your rising sign. You can also use these messages to pay attention, or you can also use these messages by looking at the houses. So right now we're doing Aquarius. You would look at your 11th house and see how this message aligns with your 11th house or your child's 11th house to get more intuitive insights. I think that is about it. So we're going to go ahead and get started and see what messages are for you and your Aquarius child. So your child has their card in reverse. They're not feeling their 100%. It's not that they are necessarily downtrodden or heavy. They probably are more in a reflective state. So the star card is wish fulfillment, but it also speaks to Aquarius. And that's more than fine. I know that this is divine, that I pulled this out for a reason. They're not feeling 100%. Or in your 11th house, you're not feeling 100% to socialize. Or your child's 11th house, they're not feeling up to socializing as well. I'm not really getting too much out of this, in terms of any more information. They're just not feeling 100%. They're more reflective. So taking the energies from like this past week or whatever, and just processing is what I'm feeling. Parents with Arian placements, you have a clear decision that you are making with the 7 of Cups in reverse. There's no confusion. You're eliminating options, or options have been eliminated for you to make a clear and decisive choice. Parents with Taurian placements, you are the Queen of Wands, wielding your passionate power, making shit happen. I just see a lot of clarity for you in your decisions, you being able to be clear. Also, Mercury has been in your sign, for the past few weeks. And this is the last week. And I feel like you coming into your power, having a sense of, feeling on top of things now. You feel very, okay, I've learned the lessons. You feel emboldened, and a lot of clarity to just be decisive about what needs to happen next. Parents with Gemini placements, you have the 9 of Wands, so a sense of accomplishment. You've really put in the work to let something grow and cultivate. I think you're just letting your child hang low. You're not really bothering them too much. Being an air sign, you understand. Cancer, parents with Cancerian placements, you have the Fool in reverse. You're being very practical. I see a lot of decisive, decision making. You're not just being willy-nilly. You're being very practical about your process. Very clear-headed. I can't think of any other words, but if it resonates with you, you know what I mean. Parents of Leo, or I'm sorry, parents with Leo placements, you guys have the Six of Cups, spending a lot of time with your Aquarian child, encouraging them, going out, getting ice cream. I don't know, something about marshmallows speaks to me. But a lot of time of investment, joyous, happy memories. There's such an excitement to that card for what I'm feeling for you. Giddy playfulness, activities. Maybe you guys are going out for walks or riding a bike, but you are really intentionally spending a lot of time with your Aquarian child, not only just to boost their mood, but to invest in them. And they appreciate that very much. Parents with Virgo placements, you are being your child's strength. You're encouraging them with practicality, wisdom. You're ruled by Mercury, which rules the air sign Gemini. So there's a connection that you have here with your Aquarian child, but you are being their strength. You are filling them with good energy, and they're very appreciative. It's not that they're in a funk as much as they are just kind of processing it, and you are giving them love. You see the love with the stars. So you're adding your love to the stars, adding love to your child, which is symbolic of the star card, and really encouraging them. So it's a good week for you to connect. Parents with Libra placements, you guys have the Six of Cups or Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you're being reflective. So not so much that money is stagnant, but you're not spending money this week. Like you're processing as well. Like, how do you want to move forward? Where do you want to invest your money? A little bit is what I'm getting, but there's just a self-imposed freezing of like assets, or when it comes to money, why am I spending it? Like you're being really reflective about how you've spent your money thus far. Maybe you're going on a different budget. Maybe you're tightening the belt per se, but there's an evaluation of your spending habits. Parents with Scorpio placements, you have the luminary in reverse. You're taking the time out as well. You're a fixed sign, just like Aquarius. So I see both of you guys spending time, but in a very introverted way. Maybe you guys are reading books together, staying around the house more, playing chess or checkers, or things that are more cerebral, or reading books. I'm not sure if I said that already, but just it's a quiet, reflective energy for you two this week. Parents with Sagittarian placements, you have the Devil in reverse. This card has been coming up a lot. Letting go of heavy burdens, what no longer serves you, you are releasing it. So if your child has Aquarius as their Mercury sign, that may apply to your sun sign, or wherever you have Sagittarius in your chart. So that's a good, it's a good way to look at it, because in that placement, I can see how that card would somehow resonate with me having a Sagittarian sun. Parents with Capricorn placements, you have the the Page of Wands. You are making small actions. You are excited, you are anticipating, but it's like the circumstance doesn't yet allow for you to go full force. So you are showing up to the capacity that the situation will allow. And right now it's just small intentions, making your commitments known fully. But it's just okay. Maybe if it's like you want to sign up for your child's softball or t-ball league and they need a coach, or like assistant coaches or someone to volunteer and bring snacks. It's a small offering or a small ask, but you bring the best snacks. You bring the most healthy, organic oranges you can find. You pick them straight from your tree or whatever the case may be. But what I'm trying to get at is that the ask of you is very small, but in your response to that ask, you're doing it the most Capricorn way possible. So showing up, I see, meeting the mark, and giving it your all, even though it's just a small token of your appreciation. Parents with Aquarian placements, you have the Four of Wands. So there's a lot of time being spent at home, recuperating, connecting with your family. I see you cleaning your house. A lot of time just being focused on the home and the yard, but just a lot of house cleaning, a lot of energy clearing from the Mercury retrograde. You just feel the need to reset your home. Parents of Piscean children, you have the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. So like a creative project that you are working on, processing art. Maybe you are a painter or something, but I do see that, that you are finishing an art project for some of you, or a creative project, but it's almost like you're inspired this week and creating something creatively in your personal time. And also, not only is your child being included, maybe you've offered the invitation for them to be involved, but they are inspired by what you create as well. So those are the messages that I have for you all. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.